Hi, I'm David B., and I'm reading pages 28 through 30. He slept with an illustrated book of fanciful beasts spread open on top. His favorite picture book was almost always propped up against his bed, ready for the umpteenth reading. Twig tiptoed past Olive's studio. Olive was in deep consideration as she chipped away at a chunk of white marble. A pot of soup bubbled on the kitchen stove. Twig could smell the wild onions, mushrooms, and herbs fermenting the air in an aromatic blend. Olive looked up. "You're home," she chirped. "Hungry? Soup's about ready." "Okay," Twig replied. "Go wash up." He stepped into a tiny alcove that served a washroom. Twig carefully washed his paws, taking his time. He could see that his mother was having a great afternoon. Immersed in her carving, describing his grim day would dampen her mood. So he decided to tell her about the classroom disaster another time. He dried his paws on a scrap of bright red cloth, sighed, and went back to the kitchen. Olive looked at the wall clock. "Aren't you home a little early?" she asked, with one eyebrow cocked. "Oh," Twig hedged, scratching his furry ear absently. "There was some sort of accident in Meadowcrafts. I got out early." "Accident? Anything serious?" Not really. Want me to set the table?" "That would be wonderful. Thank you, Twig." Olive began ladling out a bowl of the savory, steaming soup. "This should be pretty good. I used morels and picked this morning, plump from the rain." Twig sipped the delicious soup. It was heavenly. For a moment he was lost in the fragrant broth and tender chunks of morel. Then his eyes rested on the brown feather that Olive had placed high on a shelf. Twig knew that it was from a hawk, the hawk that he had taken his father many months before. The day's event sat again on his heart, and the thought of being passed over in the naming ceremony, he so wanted to make sure of his spirit's father proud. But that seemed less and less likely. His stomach twisted, and he lost all his appetite.